Hello, my friends, and welcome to this edition of A Cup of Time. I want to thank especially my sister-in-law through marriage, Joyce, for recommending that I be more consistent, more regular in coming on and presenting A Cup of Time to you. Seems like now is a pretty good time. The cup that I've chosen today was a gift from my dear friend Virginia Burley, and it's the cup of love. And the flowers that she arranged, the silks that are coming out of the top, represent all the things that love can inspire within us and that we can inspire in others. I remember it was a beautiful September day. I walked out of my apartment in New York City and I got to the corner, turned around to face the eastern sun, and I began singing that little Sunday school song, a sunbeam, Jesus wants me for a sunbeam, a sunbeam, a sunbeam. I'll be a sunbeam for him today. And I got to Fifth Avenue and it seemed like everything was in slow motion. And I looked down the avenue and could see that the first building had hit the World Trade Center. Standing there with my friends Maria and Cedric, we saw the second hit of the plane on the second building. I immediately called my mother back in Ohio, and my saintly mother simply said to me, "Honey, I was just reading in Jeremiah that no matter what is going on, God is in charge." And after I hung up, I thought, how could God be in charge of that? Just as today, I'm thinking, how can God be in charge of what is happening in and around our world, in our communities, in our homes? And then the thought came to me, I may not know until I get to heaven how God could be in charge of those things. But I know that in this moment, he could be in charge of me. And one thing that I know from the scriptures, from 1 John, the 4th chapter and the 18th verse, it says, perfect love casts out fear. And so I went online, and my wonderful friends from Dayspring, an inspirational source that I use a lot for greeting cards and emailing, they gave us 4 wonderful references, 4 different things. The blooms from our flower, of our cup, as it were, that we can do in these days. The first thing they say is encourage one another. Social distancing is one of those things that's creating a lot of tension because we want to be with each other. We miss each other. I hugged my industry. I am a hugger. I want to touch and be eye to eye. And so one way we can dispel those feelings of angst because we can't be together is to reach out. Actually calling somebody, texting someone, sending them an e-card, being there for them through these wonderful methods of technology that we have. The second thing they said is support each other. If you have people in your neighborhood or perhaps in your apartment building that you know cannot get out, and you can't either, perhaps you can order in for them. The delivery can be made to your door and then you can take it to their door. Share whatever you have in this time. And we know that as we give out of a heart of love, we will receive. Simply love one another. In the scriptures, Paul says that when we love, we are of God. We are his chosen. We are his people. And so he will continue to bless us as we give. One suggestion here was even that we try to compete about how loving we can be. How much can we reach out? How much can we say in encouraging and supporting and uplifting words? And the fourth thing that I would encourage you, many of you know that I come from a Christian-based family, and I am a part of a family now that continues to promote the love of Christ. And so I would just simply say to hold on to that wonderful verse, that love casts out fear. And what Jesus said to us was, peace I give you, my peace, not as the world gives, because everything we are seeing and hearing is not bringing peace, but he said, I will give you my peace. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. And one way that we can keep our hearts and mind at peace with hope is to simply reach out after reaching within and loving. I'm praying for you, and I do love you.